Hey guys, so it has been so long since I've talked to you. It just dawned on me the other day that it's been almost a month and a half since I've put up a video. So I wanted to do a Q&A, kind of an update on where we left off, the 12 days till we moved, vlogging 12 days till we moved. So yeah, so pretty much we moved here August 15th. It is now September 26th, 27th. It is at nighttime, at like 9 o'clock at night. I'm in the bathroom, if you can't tell, and Parker is asleep. Garrett's doing his thing, and this is my one chance to film when Parker's gone to sleep. So it has been a huge change, me working full time and me and Garrett switching roles. So the last night I was filming a video, and you can actually see me, that's weird. I was talking and I looked down and there's a freaking huge humongous cockroach so I'm on the counter now. There's a cockroach that crawled right beside my arm, and I'm just like very freaking out a little bit. I don't do roaches. I just don't. So anyways, let me, the counters are pretty high in here, but so it has been a huge transition. One being trying to get to where y'all don't see the toilet because that's kind of gross, but it's been a huge transition from me working full-time out of the house and Garrett being home with Parker. It's been a huge change for both of us, and there was definitely a huge transition for us to get to where we are now. So I kind of want to start at the beginning where I left off. As if you watched my last vlog, I explained how everything was going wrong. The house wasn't ready, the bathroom wasn't prepared for us, the AC wasn't ready, the internet, nothing was working, and it was very, very stressful. Every single day for the first month, no lie, something went bad, something went wrong, and it wasn't a little thing like I stomped my toe. It was something big, like my car died at work and I was stranded there. Nobody was able to bring me to where I needed to go to get food or anything like that, and I was on my way to work and my car died. Parker was eating breakfast, so it was hard for Garrett to just scoop her up and bring me to work, and I was without a car for a little while, so I had to borrow my dad's truck, and I'm very fortunate I was able to borrow somebody's truck, but it was just so stressful. Parker got really sick. The first week that I went back to work, so we got here on like a Tuesday and I went to work the following Monday, and Parker didn't do well. I didn't do well. She stopped eating, she cried the whole time, and she wasn't connecting with Garrett, and Garrett was stressed out because this was his first time being alone with her and taking care of her, and she was adjusting, he was adjusting, we all were adjusting, and it was just so stressful and hard, making sure there's no roaches anywhere. So that was hard. We brought her to urgent care because one, we found a pediatrician, but they would only take her for a routine appointment, like her 15-month appointment, and that was 2 months away. So we thought we could wait that long, so we just went to urgent care, and they didn't really seem like they knew what they were doing, the one that we went to, and she had a bad fever. She had a really bad diaper rash that I had never seen a diaper rash that bad before. It was everywhere, and it ended up being like a fungus type of a diaper rash. Nothing was working. None of the creams that we'd used before were working, and being here, they don't have a lot of the products that Parker has grown up using, things that we know tried and true that work. And with the flooding, it was taking forever for packages to get here, so we had to just really find all new things. So what ended up working for her was A&D ointment, the Vaseline one that they have like a tub of it, and that ended up clearing her up, but it ate through the diapers. It was so weird. Like, we would put like half a cup on her bottom every time she would we change her diaper, and the diaper would like disintegrate on her. It was weird, but anyways, it fixed it, and we ended up getting the white version. They have the Vaseline one is to prevent, and the white one, kind of like the Desitin one that we've been using, was to treat diaper rash. So that's what we've been using. It's been working great. And we found that after it started working, and the next day it started working, she was finding relief. Like the 10 bottles of Dr. Brown's came into the mail, and Desitin came in the mail. And on top of that, she was teething, and we didn't have any more of her teething pods, and we couldn't find that anywhere. So I got my sister, who lives in Baton Rouge, to go get some teething pods for, she was coming up, I think 2 weeks after we moved here. And so she brought us some, and we also ordered some, and they ended up coming on the same day. And finally, she wasn't teething anymore, like a tooth had popped through. So was really hard, because we had to discover Tylenol and find out which ones worked for her, because cherry Tylenol irritated her. Advil, she liked the taste of it because it was grape, but it didn't have a lasting effect. And finally we landed on children's Tylenol, the grape flavored, and that really worked for her. So that's really the first full week we were here. That was going on. In the second week I went back to work, it seemed like everything was jiving well. You know, she wasn't sick, she wasn't really irritable anymore. Her rash was still there, but she wasn't teething, there was no fever or anything. So full week three rolls around, and she spikes a fever to 103 again, and it's for a few days. And we didn't want to bring her to urgent care emergency room, so we're just treating her with Tylenol. But then about a week later, I came home from work, and she had red bumps all over her torso. So automatically I thought it was just some clothing that we gave her, maybe, because we're sharing a laundry room with, or a washer with, my in-laws, and my mother-in-law uses the kind of detergent that has a lot of smell to it, and we have to use unscented because my skin and Parker's skin is very sensitive. We even use unscented dryer sheets, and I just assumed that's what happened. But so we put her down that night, gave her some Tylenol because she had a little fever. She woke up, she was covered from head to toe. The spots that were all over her torso had like tripled in size, and now she had new tiny spots all over her face, her neck, and arms and legs. And so I freaked out, called into work, and we went straight to urgent care. They said it was allergies, gave us some Zyrtec. And on the way home, and we called the pediatrician again to see if we could get in. They're like, no, sorry, you have to wait till her 15-month appointment. We don't take sick babies. And that, being in a new area without a pediatrician is like the worst thing, honestly. That has been the worst thing out of everything that's been going on. So honestly, on the way home, we live like 30-45 minutes away from the doctor that we wanted to get, the main town, because we live out in the country now. And on the way home, we passed this other doctor that was a pediatrician and an internist. And so we called him right up and asked him if he took sick babies, if he took our insurance. And he said, yes, I do. I can see her today. So I was like, oh my gosh. So we get there, Parker takes a long nap, and then as soon as she wakes up, we go straight to I'm sorry, I'm gonna be really paranoid this whole video. Yeah, due to roaches. But anyways, we go there, and he tells us it's Rosella. So Rosella is a strain of a herpes. You know how you can get a cold sore? That's a strain of the herpes virus. Well, she had like 6 and 7, or 7 and 8, whatever Rosella is, and it's a virus. You can get it from the air, like you can really get it from anywhere, but the stress of the move set it off, something like that. I'm not 100% sure about everything. I did a little bit of research, and what our doctor told us, I'm not 100% sure, but from what I understand, it has to do with, she gets it from somebody who might have a strain of the herpes virus, or it like is genetic, that it's, I don't know. So turns out Garrett's side, the firstborn, always has really bad cold sores. So she's the firstborn. So we'll see. I mean, I guess. I don't know if that's what it is, but that could be what it is. But so that explains the irritability for weeks. That explains I think the combination of getting used to a new environment, losing her mom for most of the day when I've been with her 24/7 since the day she was born, since she was in my stomach. We've been thick as thieves. I've only left her twice for business meetings and stuff like that, and Garrett's stress of being a new stay-at-home dad has just been very hard on everyone adjusting to that, because that's a big change. So pretty much she had gone through the worst of it. Because he said she was in a pretty good bit of pain, and once the fever breaks, they get a rash, and once they get the rash, that's whenever everything's going uphill, really. Like, it's pretty much over, and she'll have the rash for like 5 days or something, which she did, and it went away. So let's see what else. After that, my car kept dying, and I called AAA, and being out in the country, we got some really hicky, redneck, young guys that came out. They're like 16, 15, maybe, not even old enough to drive, and they looked like they had been high and sleeping all day. Looked like they hadn't taken a bath in a month, and they roll up in this broken down car and jump my SUV, which is a pretty sizable SUV. It's not a Suburban or anything, but you know, it needs something with power to jump it off. And their car looked like it was about to just break apart where it sat. And then I was also out of gas, and so they brought a tank of gas, and it was just a really weird situation, and everything kept piling on, and things kept happening, and I kept telling myself, this is nothing. Everybody down in Baton Rouge, what they're dealing with is flooding and losing their homes is so much worse. Like, what are you complaining about? And saying that to myself, I never allowed myself to get mad about what situations that were happening. I never allowed myself to feel what I wanted to feel and what I should be feeling about things that are going on in my life, and how hard it was for this transition, and coming to the realization that this is where we need to be, and we need to go through those things to get to where we are now, and that we're happy, and my family's happy and healthy now. We all had to go through a really hard time to get here, so it's all worth it. But my advice, you know, I've always been one, like, you know, someone's always going through something worse than me. If I'm going through something, or I've been through something, and I've come out the other side, I want to share my story and talk to other women and, you know, relate. I don't want to sit there and dwell and bitch and moan and whine about what I'm going through, because what's the point in that? Because there's always someone who's going through something worse than you, and I regret that, because I wish that I would have, you know, been like, yes, I'm having a really hard time right now. It's horrible what's going on in my life right now. Yes, it could be a lot worse. Yes, there are others that I know 100% are going through a lot worse things than me, but that doesn't mean that what I'm going through is not a rough time. And, you know, just making myself feel guilty for, you know, bringing up things that were going bad and whatever. Did that make any sense? I hope it made sense, but I don't want this video to be terribly long. I just really wanted to update you guys on what we're doing now, because I kind of just left you guys in the cold, because I didn't realize how long it had been since we've been here, and that means that's how long it's been since I've done a video. And really, this is the only time I can film when Parker's sleeping. I get up at 5 in the morning every morning I'm just going to walk you through my day, and I might do a day in the life tomorrow. But, oh, also okay, I'll do this and I'll tell you the other story later. But wake up at 5 every morning to get up so I can take my time to do my makeup, because that's my therapy, doing my makeup every morning, except for on weekends. And I have like a little spot in our little studio apartment where it has a lamp, like a spotlight lamp, and I have my makeup there so I can do my makeup in the dark and not disturb her. And then I do laundry and get dressed and everything, and make sure Parker's breakfast is ready and her bottle's ready for when she wakes up. And then when she wakes up, I give her her bottle, and I either play with her or go ahead and give her breakfast. And when Garrett's helping out this whole time too. He's usually doing the dishes or running laundry into my in-laws' house to get them clean, so they'll be clean throughout the day, and we can fold them again the next morning. So then I play with her until 7:45 is whenever I have to leave to get to work. It takes about 15 minutes to get to work. So then I'm there all day. And Parker's schedule's changed now where she's only sleeping 1 nap a day, so she's not awake when I come home for lunch. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, come home and eat with Garrett, and Tuesday and Thursday I go eat with my great uncle and my dad and have lunch with them. And I go to work and I get off at 4 and I come straight home, play with Parker for a while, then get dinner ready for her and us. Well, Garrett's getting that done while I'm playing with her and having some quality time with her. And while she's eating, we eat. When she's done, she runs around a little bit more. We give her a bath in, it's actually still set up from where she was. We have this blow-up pool that we put in this tiny shower, and she loves it. For a while, we were going into my in-laws' house and washing her there, but it was just really stressful for her. She didn't like it being transported so far. So then we get up and we play some more. She watches a few episodes of Peppa Pig, has her bottle, watches a few more episodes, and then she is asleep. And as soon as she goes to sleep, me and Garrett have like a few minutes quality time. We catch up on like our interests. Like I'll flip through Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and then he'll do his thing too. And then after that, we do some more laundry. We clean up around the house and drink a beer, have a little ice cream or something like that, and go straight to bed. So that is my time. I'm gonna try to film a makeup video because I don't like to do my makeup on the weekends. I just like to give that time for my skin to breathe. Yeah, so right now it's about 8:15, but yeah, I'm actually on my new phone. I got a Samsung Galaxy Note 7. I know there's a lot of stuff going on with them blowing up and whatever, and I was actually going to order mine because my contract went up in September 1st, and as soon as I'm going to order it, they released a statement saying that they're all blowing up. But I really wanted the features of this phone, so I waited patiently until they brought them back out, and as soon as they did, snatched one up, and I now actually have the blue one. Do you see? It's blue. So, yeah, but everything else is going fine. We're still trying to decide. I think we're going to end up building. My family owns some land here, and we've always wanted to live on the hill until we decided we were going to like move to Austin and all those places and live in Baton Rouge. We kind of put it on the back burner and decided that living here wasn't for us. But when we decided to live here, we tried to decide a bunch of different options, but I think we're going to build. And yeah, so this weekend we're going to go finally look, now that things have settled down and things are going right and we have a chance to breathe. And Parker's actually getting a lot closer with our parents. I don't know if I mentioned this in my last few videos, but she was not letting anybody touch her, look at her, or anything. Like, she just wasn't having it. All she wanted was me. And that just made me sad because I really wanted her to have a good relationship with her grandparents and her father. And so we made the change and things are coming out how we want them. She let my mom feed her the other day. She will stay in the same room without me with my mom. And she'll go up to my dad. She goes up to my mother-in-law and she laughs at my father-in-law and my half brother-in-law. She laughs at him, and it's just so nice because I just really want her to have a good relationship with them, and I think we're heading in a great direction. So it's been stressful, but it's also been a huge blessing, and things have been working out for the better in most cases. So if we do build a house, I'll definitely take you guys along for that road. And I downloaded a editor into my phone, so I'm gonna try to edit on the phone, and we'll see how that goes because there's a lot more storage in this thing. It's better camera and whatnot, so we'll see how that goes. But guys, thank you so much for watching. If I forgot anything, I'll put up a second video. If y'all have any questions about anything that I've talked about, leave them in the comments below or on social media, whatever, and I'll answer them. Yeah, love you guys so much, and thank you so much for sticking around and being patient with me. You know, all my lovely hiatuses I've done in the past 4.5 years. Well, I'm gonna go try to edit this and just relax and just hang out with my dogs and my husband. See y'all later.